let's do real quick, okay? Let's do it even a much simpler entry. Okay, so keep in mind that omoplata is available maybe more than you imagine. And all we really need for the omoplata is to have his hands on the floor, one hand on both. And on the floor under my arm. Okay, so here there's no omoplata. Okay, here there's no omoplata. That's all we need. Pretty easy, right? Anywhere where his hand enters this space, we can do this position. And I really like to do this position because unlike triangle where we can get stacked up, omoplata is very hard for him to really effectively make me feel the pressure of his body. And also, people are strong with their arms this way, this way, this way, but rarely this way, right? This way, no one's really strong, and that's where we're putting him. So regardless of his physical condition or even size, this is going to be a complicated position for him. Right? So I want you guys to practice getting into omoplata, whether it's as simple as hands on the floor, and then I bring my leg over, like that, okay? Or we'll practice a little bit more of what we're doing here with the 2-on-1 grip, okay? Where I'm gonna come here, break and cross, okay? When I cross, I wanna bring his hand behind my hand, okay, ideally, just like you were doing from stand-up. As I pull a little bit, I don't have to drag him across, but I just keep the hand off center, right? And now I get a good grip here as I pull the tricep, okay? So again, like we were doing standing, stiff arm here, and a little bit of posture control here, all right? Now to add a little bit more threat, we're just gonna hip escape and go into knee shield, okay? So kind of a closer version from the knees now as what we did from standing, okay? So I'm pulling, playing knee shield, and just feeling kind of comfortable here. Again, making it hard for him to pass this side by hip escaping out. Understanding this is his strong side because I'm not holding that arm, but my hip is out, I'm mobile here, I'm blocking, I'm keeping this one free, okay? This side would be easy for him to pass if this arm was free, but we're not letting that go, right? Now maybe he starts to pull his arm back, he doesn't like it. Naturally, I put his hand into that pocket and go, okay? So as I drag it across, he's not gonna like it. Look, as he pulls it back, I just push the hand into this little space, like we talked about under my arm and above my hip, okay? And then sometimes I can step on the shoulder like we did before and turn him, okay? And then go into position, all right? So whatever omoplata you practice, okay? Whether it's just like a simple hand on the floor, or we're doing something a little more strategic to make him put that hand on the floor. Once we get up, let's turn away and get body control, okay? So when we come up, we get to the omoplata, we're not gonna sit up straight like this. See how hard it is for me to get up here? Especially if he gives me a little resistance. I'm going to turn this way, okay? So I'm gonna use this part of my leg here to put pressure down. So now when he tries to posture up and give me some resistance, I'm able to resist it using this muscle.
You've got complete control of him because of that arm, the way you want his arm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gaining more and more control as you go.
Move, yeah.
Right? But I want to mainly prove the point that if I were to, I think a lot of people don't think about it, like, okay, you're an omoplata, get up, finish. So then, if he's doing, just like he's doing right now, simple, like 50% posture, and I try to get up here, it's like very hard for me, right? He can give me resistance, okay? Because he's strong in that upward direction. He's strong where he is, right? And my power is coming from like this, right? This direction, which he can fight back and forth, right? Back and forth all day, right? But if I come to the side, come up, and then as he's posturing, keep that posture, and I bring him here. So I'm bringing him this way, and I'm flattening my knee this way. So now when he tries to posture, he's fighting a different muscle, a stronger muscle. And also, because my back is tip, I have a higher block to stop him from jumping over, which is the escape you guys did before, right? And that is actually, it's one of the best escapes he can use because not only does he escape the omoplata, but he's passing my guard at the same time. So I'm going to block him, not just with my arm, but also with my back. He's also already blocking me in front. I get body control, and then only now does my hips move. Okay, I start to come up now. This hand, I want to try to grab this lapel here, okay? I'm gonna start to position my legs so my knees are pointing towards his head. Maybe I'm gonna hold his tricep because I'm gonna uncross my legs. I'm squeezing his arm here on the tricep. My stomach squeezes his wrist. Okay, so his arm stays bent. Now I recommend that most people here think, okay, like if you're coaching me, right? Finish it, sit up, go, right? Go like this way. But if I go sit up right now, and if he tries to posture, go ahead, posture. He'll never let me do it. So bringing a little attention to my body position on his body position. Where I came from is very natural that I'm going to be right next to his knee here. You see, his knee is right next to my hip. This is going to be pretty much every time you enter omoplata, you'll probably end up there. Okay, so I'm going to make a conscious change to maybe load up and walk behind his knee. Okay, so now his knee is in front of me. If he falls over like that, even better, and I can come for that finish. Punch your knees again. But just having the understanding when the knee is next to you or behind you, he's going to be very strong to go up in his posture. So thinking about just walking backwards here. Just walking back. Now, if I go to finish the omoplata, look, his knee is in front of my hip. My hips are next to his feet. Okay, so I've started to bring him this way. I'm no longer in his power area, which is right here. I've moved out of it. Okay, and now when he goes to posture, I can control his upward movement a lot better. If I was here in front of his knee posture, he's way stronger, right? If I move backwards, now he's still on his knees, so he should be able to posture, right? When he tries to posture, he's going to be a lot weaker. Okay? So even before I finish it, I want to feel that I have control of his movement. And then slow, now you said like complete control. Yeah. Now I feel more in control. And I can continue coming forward for that finish now. Okay? Moving even further, if you were to catch me before I was ready and start posturing early, before I got there, then I tap walk backwards and I can flatten him out into an even worse position. Okay? So we're not fighting him with a fair fight, you know? As he pushes up, I'm not pushing back, right? We're pushing across, okay? And as he's pushing up, I'm not trying to push down. He's going this way, I'm not going that way, I'm going that way, right? My movement is this way, his movement is this way, right? So I'm not gonna fight him where he's strong, I'm gonna fight him where he's weak, okay? As he goes to posture up, I move backwards, look, move back, and I get to the best position, okay? So recognizing my strengths in this position and recognizing his weakness, okay? But I just want you guys to make sure you feel comfortable finishing the omoplata. Knees right over the shoulder, legs are not crossed, uncrossed, so I can have movement, okay? My hand is in this lapel. Act like you want to give him a kiss on the back of his head for the finish, okay, in that direction. Okay, so just the most simple entry, whether it's just, oh, okay, you put a hand on the floor, now I can do it, or a little bit more complex, working with our grip that we're working from closed guard, it's that 2-on-1 guard, hip escape on this side, knee shield, when he pulls back, look at the hole that I created right here, right? If I'm here, the hole is way over here, right? But where his hand is now, I want to make a hole under it. Okay, so it's a trap. I created a trap right here. When I'm pulling, he pulls back. Okay, thank you. Right there. Okay, when I come up, we don't do that, we do that. Okay, block the body, move the hip, squeeze the wrist with the stomach. Before I go for the finish, walk backwards. When you feel that knee is kind of in front of your hip or not right behind you, try to finish. Maybe tell your partner, posture. See if you can control their posture. If you still are getting thrown on your back, either use your hand and your foot or scoot back more to gain a more controllable position. Okay? Take it as far as you want, right? I just want you guys to get to a position where you feel you can finish it as correct as possible. Okay? We're going to try to make omoplata feel more like a submission and less like a sweep. A lot of people think, get the omoplata, use it to sweep. Well, if you could finish it, wouldn't that be better? So let's try to make it as strong as possible. Okay? If there's any questions, let me know. 1, 2, 3.